have Mr. Peter Elbling in the studio with us today. And Mr. Peter Elbling has quite a fascinating past and history and career.
Okay.
And I think we can talk a little bit about that today. How are you, Peter?
I'm well, thank you. I'm well. I'm happy to say I'm well. Yeah.
Good.
Given everything that's happening around us, I'm astonished.
And you got through the LA traffic getting...
And I got through the LA traffic, yes.
Getting here, yeah.
So double bonus points, you know.
So let's just jump in real quick. You've been at it for a while.
Yes, I think I know what you mean by at it. Yes, I have. I started my career, in quotes, as a folk singer when I was 19. And that is so long ago. It's in the century before the last one, actually.
And what side of the pond did you start that career on? Were you 19 here, or...?
I was really 19. 19 in Canada. I emigrated to Canada. And after 2 or 3 months in an advertising agency where I seemed to take off every weekend to go to New York, the managing director called me in and said, "How long is this going to go on?" And I said, "Well, not past this weekend because I'm leaving." And I did, and I hitchhiked to Calgary where I had a job as a folk singer. And that's how it all began.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so where did you find yourself in that early stretch of your career? Were you playing music? Because you're kind of an extraordinaire, as far as I see you.
Okay.
You're a man of many talents, and music is one of those.
Certainly, I would like to think so. Yes.
And that's really where where your career started was.
Yes, I didn't envisage anything else. I thought of myself as a musician. Maybe that's or as a folk singer, maybe, and so that's how I started out. And after, I toured around the Western Canada a bit and a bit into the States. But not long after, I ran into I guess he would be called a comic singer who told stories. And we both discovered we had a love for the song "I Wish I Could Shimmy Like My Sister Kate," which is an old 20s song, which we both happen to know, a pure coincidence. And that led us to form a musical duo, comic duo, called the Times Square Two, which everybody in Western Canada thought was...
Times Square Two?
The Times Square Two, because I don't know why we thought of ourselves as New Yorkers, and Times Square being the ultimate center of New York.
Well, you were about 60 years ahead of your time there.
Oh, I know.
The Square Two.
Sure.
What year was this happening?
That would have been 1964, something like
1964, wow.
Yeah, and soon after, I threw my folk singing career aside and we became a comic duo. And it worked very successfully for several years. We came down to the States. We appeared on all the major variety television shows in the United States.
And name a few of those.
Like the Dean Martin Show, the Kraft Music Hour, Hollywood something or other, I can't remember the name. The only one we never did was the Ed Sullivan Show.
Oh, well, why did you do that
Because
one?
we heard that Ed saw a tape of us and said, "They're gay." Which was ridiculous because he had plenty of gay performers on the Ed Sullivan Show. But for some reason we weren't. We weren't at all. But that's the only reason we weren't on that show. But with Johnny Carson and Dean Martin, I mean, we did all those shows.
And so during this time, as you're doing a comedy duo, the guitar is set aside?
No. We did musical numbers. As part of the whole routine, we did musical numbers too.
But it was more comedy instead of...
Well, yeah. I mean, there were no straight songs where they're all, all comic versions of straight songs,
Now, did you get into the street performer circuit at all? Were you doing the suitcase out? And...
No, I was above that.
Okay, so let's skip forward a little bit and explore some other talents, because I know you've been a writer and you've done some acting.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the Times Square 2 lasted for about 5 years, something like that. But I began to get bored because we weren't doing a lot of new material, or I didn't think so.
Oh, the repetition became monotonous.
Just so. Yeah. And now I wanted to be an actor, So I became an actor. And that was pretty good for a while. I did a lot of, not a lot, but I did stage work, which was incredible.
Was that in New York?
No, that was in L.A. I was living in L.A.
You landed in L.A. at some point.
I landed in L.A. We went to New York, stayed for a couple of years in New York, but then all the television shows were based out in L.A., so it made more sense to come out here. And I've been here ever since, basically. One of the highlights of the acting career was performing in The Phantom of the Paradise, early Brian De Palma film.
The cult flick, yes.
Yes, and that was great. And what is terrific is that there are various parts of the world, Winnipeg is one of them, where there are ardent Phantom fans.
Is that wild?
And they have, every couple of years, they have, what do you call them, anniversaries of it, as they did 2 years ago. And they're amazing. They're amazing.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but we played together at the Cinema Bar.
Right.
And, you know, I had a friend or two come out, and they were like, where is he? And I was like, oh, Peter, he's over there. And he's like, you know, he's an actor. He's like, look, he's been in. And I was like, yeah, just go over there and talk to him. And they're like, no, I can't do it. I've seen him. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
And then they started making me a little nervous knowing you.
That's funny. That's really funny.
But so you did some acting, which is really cool. And then, and I know that you've done a lot of writing as well.
Yeah.
What role in the writing world did you find yourself? Were you doing TV, movies?
Well, I got jobs. Again, it was my restless and unprofessionalism that I'm bored with this. So I became a writer, and I wrote a lot of TV shows as sort of the best of this or that sort of thing, or Ed Sullivan retrospective. You write a lot of introductions and stuff. But at the same time, I was going to a writing class where there were some serious writers. And so I wrote a novel, I've written several novels, but one of them was published.
Wow.
Which is extraordinary now that I hear about it. And not only published in the States, I'm proud to say, but published in 20 countries around the world. And that's called The Food Taster. And it takes place in Renaissance Italy. And it's in those days, all the counts and lords were so scared that somebody would either stab them in the back or give them a bit of poison to eat that they had food tasters. So I wrote a novel about a food taster set in Renaissance Italy.
Oh, I like that. How long is it? Is it a quick read?
No. No, it's not quick. It's not very long. It's just in the middle. It's just right.
I might check that out.
Oh, yes.
I need a good book.
Okay, I think you'll enjoy it, yeah.
Let's take a moment. You're going to play a couple songs for us?
Yes, I'd like to.
All right, let's take a pause and get you suited up, and
Okay.
we'll do that.
Never passes judgment on me. He's not that way inclined. But he always only speaks truth to me. And that is why he's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. Makes me laugh despite my troubles. She's my own cloud nine. For she always brings out the best in me. And that is why she's a friend of mine. She's a friend of mine. Blood may be thicker than water. It's a hollow dividend. You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. Yes, you can choose your friends. Without them, I would have slipped below the waterline. But they're always right there when I need them, and that They are friends of mine. They are friends of mine. Hope the joys they've given me I've returned in kind. For it always feels so good for me to say, yes, that's why, that is why they are friends of mine. They are friends of mine. They are friends of mine.
Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure. My pleasure indeed.
You had mentioned just a minute ago how writing the book now seems so extraordinary to you.
Oh,
Did you feel like when you were writing it that you were doing something that was going to mean a lot to you in the future?
I'm not sure if I ever thought about it that way, you know. And my experience was I was in a writing class and everybody was writing novels there. And it was more like I want to be part of that, you know. I have an idea for a novel too that I really like. And it was, yeah, I never really thought about, how is it going to affect my legacy or anything like that. It never really occurred to me.
It just felt right.
Yeah, writing a novel, it took 5 years and 2 trips to Italy and a lot of food in Italian restaurants, you know.
That's a journey all on its own.
Oh, yes, definitely. So just being part of that. And after, I'd written one novel beforehand and written several short pieces. The second short story I wrote was turned into a children's book, to my surprise. So I had a little taste of success, and that's always nice, you know. But I was delighted when the book came out because it had taken such a long time, and I'm sure every novelist must feel that. Oh my goodness, you know, thank God that's over. Now let me start another one.
Well, and it really shows that your writing skills that you've developed over your life comes through in your music.
Good.
Your music has a lot of narrative to it, and it's very colorful, and it's basically like a story. Each one of your songs, to me, is like another little story of your life.
Oh, thank you.
And they're like little magic nuggets.
Oh man, thanks so much. I appreciate that.
Which brings us to the point. Are you going to play another song for us?
I'd love to play another song.
What's the title of your next song?
This song is going to be called, let me think, which one should I do now? I think I'll probably do The Music in Me.
I like that one. That's a good choice.
When I see the headlines cry out for help, 'cause this poor old world is at war with itself, I just slip on a tune with some sweet harmony. Then I'm in the music and the music's in me. Then I'm in the music and the music's in me. Whenever I feel the walls closing in and I'm out of options and medicine, I go into my head where it's still wild and free. Then I'm in the music and the music's in me. Then I'm in the music and the music's in me. Well now, if music be the food of love, play on, 'cause somebody somewhere can always use a song. We need air to breathe and food to survive, someone to love just to know we're alive. But my soul is at peace, my heart is at ease. When I'm in the music and the music's in me. When I'm in the music and the music's in me. Yes, if music be the food of love, play on, play on. Somebody somewhere can always use a song to get along. We need air to breathe and food to survive. Someone to love just to know we're alive. But my soul is at peace and my heart is at ease when I'm in the music and the music's in me. I'm in the music and the music's in me when I'm in the music and the music's in me.
As you were singing that song, you were thinking of a story about
Yes, my name.
Your name.
My performance name, yes.
How did that come about?
That came about because I go by the name of Prince Peter as a performer. And several of my friends have said, what is this Prince Peter crap? What's the matter with your name, Peter Elbling? Don't you like it?
Band names are so tough sometimes.
Yes. And I have
when they're so right.
And I had to say, there's nothing wrong with Peter Elbling. I really like it. It's my name. It has a lilt to it. It's short and sweet, and it's very unusual. What I don't like is the way it's been abused over the years. Peter Elbing or Peter Eblin.
I went through my own. I abused you, Peter. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
When we first met.
That's all right. So the last one's a Peter Elblingo is what my guitarist calls me for some reason. So I decided, because I wanted my name to be kept sort of, pristine, for want of a better word, that I would change my name to Prince Peter. Now, I did think briefly of King Peter, but that sounded a little pretentious, so Prince Peter it is. But I should tell you that there is a place where Elbling is very popular and very common, and that's in Luxembourg, of all places.
Is that right?
Where I discovered that when I was hitchhiking in Europe with my wife many years ago. And we arrived at the airport to get a plane back to the States, and the guy said, it's going to be another 3 hours. Why don't you go to the bar at the bottom of the airfield and hang out there? So we trotted down there. While my wife sat outside, I went into this dingy bar. It was all like corrugated walls and a roof and no lighting, and a guy huddled over a beer in a corner, a very sad-looking bartender. I went up to him and I said in my best German, which is what they speak there, "Kann ich ein gut bottle of Wein haben, bitte?" And he looked at me and said, "How much money are you having?" So I reached in my pocket and I pulled out the coins I still have and showed them to him. And he said, "Why are you not 2 good glasses of wine having?" I said, "Because I'm going to be here for 3 hours." So he sighed and reached behind him, pulled a bottle from the rack, stood it on the bar in front of me, at which point I began leaping up and down and yelling, "Elbling, that's my name, Elbling Wine, that's me, Elbling." To which he replied, "That's nothing to be proud of." Elbling Wine is the Ripple of Europe. It was the cheapest wine in Europe.
And did that stamp Prince Peter?
Yes, forevermore.
Forevermore.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, we're going to do one more song.
I'd love to.
And then we'll come back and finish up a little bit. But why don't you introduce your next one?
This next song is also a recent song. I can't remember exactly why it came about, but it seems very appropriate to my life, and I think hopefully to a lot of other people's lives. It's called "Don't Hesitate." I've been stuck inside this prison with no vision of a life beyond these walls. Now I'm changing my perspective. I've elected to be free once and for all. Watch me now, kick out the door, tear down the walls and storm the gates. If you want to come with me, make up your mind, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. It'll be too late. Don't hesitate. It'll be too late. Well, I'm burying the old ways so the new days won't be hostage to the past. And I'm lowering the curtain 'cause I'm certain that this change is gonna last. Watch me now, kick out the door, tear down the walls and storm the gates. If you want to come with me, make up your mind, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate, it'll be too late. Don't hesitate, it'll be too late. Oh, mama, mama, I know just how you feel. Please believe me, mama, this time it is for real. Now I'm floating across the water, I'm the author of my future once again. There'll be days of song and laughter ever after in the company of friends. Watch me now, kick out the door, tear down the walls and storm the gates. If you want to come with me, make up your mind, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate, it'll be too late. Don't hesitate, it'll be too late. Don't hesitate, it'll be too late. Don't hesitate, it'll be too late.
Thank you so much for coming out, Peter. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're up to now, and if anybody wants to find you and come check out your music, how to do that?
Sure. I've actually gone back to my first love, being a singer. But now, through all the life experiences I've had, I interweave my songs with stories and anecdotes and poems and goodness knows what else.
Quite similar to what you've been doing here now.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
And even some physical comedy, which is what I love to do. I'm lining up all sorts of dates for the spring and summer, but the only place I'm playing regularly at this moment is The Trip, which is probably like once every 6 weeks, something like that, on Monday nights, which is on Lincoln Boulevard. But I will be playing all over LA during the summer.
Great. And if they wanted to find out where to find you, do you have some socials that people can plug in? Instagram?
You can hear my music on Spotify. And if you go to YouTube, there's my channel there, Prince Peter.
Okay, and same on Spotify, Prince Peter?
Yes. On the YouTube, you'll be able to see my stories and other things too.
Excellent. So we've got Spotify, YouTube. Do you have an Instagram?
I have an Instagram
TikTok?
account, and there's even a TikTok account too.
Is that Prince Peter as well?
The Instagram is, I'm not sure that if the TikTok is, I don't think it is. It's under Peter Elbling, probably.
I'll be sure to put that in the description or display it on the screen here. I just want to thank you so much, Peter, for coming in.
My pleasure.
And I hope you have a great day and everybody else has a great day too.
I hope so as well.